so, dear hearts, here we are on this great good day, and here in the South Bay, it's a glorious day. Here we're very, very blessed in so many ways. And I can feel in the air the energy of joy, the energy of goodwill, the energy of what it is to belong, So, as I sat down early last night to prepare for today and its topic, Pulled by Vision, I just sat, went quiet to listen. And it wasn't too long before I heard, as my invitation was to know what it is that we all need to hear today, what it is that Spirit would like us to focus on today. And loud and clear it was in my mind, vibrating. We the people. That's what kept vibing. We the people. We the people are one people, as all people are one people. And I thought to myself, okay, got that, listened, what's the next thing? We the people, we the people are one people. This went on for about half an hour, so I got the message, and I said, okay, we the people, so it is. But we the people fits in very well with being pulled by a vision, because way back when the founding fathers got together to do their thing, we the people was very much the energy in the midst of them, regardless of all the disagreements around that and what it meant. So today I'm celebrating we the people, naturally. And the whole concept behind that is we the people means all people, and that we the people are one people, that we the people are one mind, one heart, one body, one life. And we're all co-joined, we're all connected. And then I was thinking, there's so much variety and there's so much diversity in we the people, which I actually celebrate. It is sometimes difficult for all the people to get that we are we the people, all of us. With all our amazing differences, we're the same. And then I remembered hearing, I love to go to Vail whenever I can, and it's usually in summertime because that's the time when I have time to go to Vail. I love the beautiful aspen trees. They're amazing, I just love them. And if I'm there toward the end of August, they begin to turn that beautiful golden color. So you have these shafts, spheres of silver swaying with heads of gold shining brightly. And I only learned recently that every aspen tree is connected to the other aspen tree, and they're one and the same life because their root system is all connected. And I learned that in New Mexico too, when I was out in semi-desert and in a field of sage bushes. And the native person there was telling me that's just all one root system. All of those individual bushes are all connected. And I was thinking, I can understand that from the point of view of the bushes and the trees. Why can't I understand it with regard to you and to me? Because our roots are the very same and we're all entangled in each other. So yes, we are we the people, and yes, we are belonging to each other, and yes, we're connected to each other very intimately, whether we like it or not. And we do depend upon each other for the root system to supply our energy to be all that we can be. Isn't that amazing? See, Mother Nature can teach us every single thing if we're attuned to her. So yes, today I'm celebrating we the people in the United States of America. Because that has always been my experience, the United States of America. Because as some of you know, I like to take road trips, and every second year I seem to do that, and sometimes twice. I mean, consecutive years. And anywhere I've gone, we the people were always very, very wonderful, and I was able to connect with every single experience, and I was received very well by we the people, and had very intimate and wonderful exchanges in many situations with we the people, regardless of the state I was in. Last year, not last year. It's kind of like last year didn't exist. The year before that, when I did have a vacation, I visited 7 states in the United States. 7 states. All very different and all very grand and glorious. And I met only we the people. We the people. It's the only thing I met and experienced. And I love it. I love that. That's why I love road trips. If you really want to get to know the United States of America, go out into the United States of America and visit the states and see how wonderful American people are. That's my experience. Regardless of culture, creed, class, race, whatever, that has been my experience of we the people. So I delight in the 4th of July. I love the 4th of July. I celebrate mightily in the 4th of July. And I praise and bless and laud and applaud we the people. And I don't see any differences, especially on this day. And I've learned to be not afraid of politics either. And I disregard politics when it comes to all of my friends. And they come from different political backgrounds. And we choose not to talk about these things because they're emotive, they're heated. Have you noticed that? People are very animated when it comes to their politics. And personally, I prefer that no one knows what my politics are. And then I can have wonderful conversations. And I try to listen. I try at times, and in other times I succeed, and at other times it's always the endeavor to listen to we, the people, with an open mind, without thinking beforehand, oh my God, here we go into the whole politics of life and living again, and kind of shut down. I don't do that. And I have found since I don't do that, nobody talks to me really much about politics, and I like that. I'm only interested in the person, I'm only interested in their values, I'm only interested in in their beliefs and so on. And they're great people. In every group you'll find absolutely great people. They're there for those of us who want to find them. And let's face it, all of us are making the best endeavor we can to understand life and living on 3-dimensional planet Earth. In my Father's house there are many mansions, which means in my Father's great infinite consciousness there are many dimensions of consciousness. And all of us are in there all over the place. And we're in and out of states of consciousness. Sometimes our consciousness can be 2-dimensional. But sometimes our consciousness can be 12th dimensional, and so on. We're in and out of life like that. And some days we have it more together than others, and some days we're surer of ourselves than others, and some days we're just at sea. But here in the United States of America, we have so much more going for us than many countries on this plane. We are a democracy. However, we see that democracy, we are a democracy, and that's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And as you know, human life can be messy at times. It's not that politics can be messy, human life can be messy. Human life can be very messy. And some days are better than other days. But in you and in me, because you and I are endeavoring to spiritually awaken, there's more of an opportunity for us to get over ourselves, get over what appears to be differences, and be centered enough to endeavor without judgment, which is a challenge, to just listen to each other. Just listen. Because really, what counts in every individual is the heart of an individual. The heart of an individual. And sometimes the mind gets in the way of us, and it upsets and disturbs the heart. It knocks the heart off of its center. But the heart will triumph always in the end, if you and I are ready to listen. Listen to we the people. Now, how did all of this sense of separation come into life and living? For me, I think it goes right back to biblical times and the Garden of Eden and the story of the apple tree. You know, the story of good and evil. And in there, all was well and beautiful, and life was extremely just exquisite. Until someone got a bright idea. Well, you know, I know we're not supposed to eat that particular fruit, but you know, what could happen really? Do you want to give it a try? So, of course, Adam eats the apple, and from that moment on, their lives changed. And what entered into the human psyche was this sense of separation. This sense of being without. So this couple went from graceful, peaceful living to great insecurity and challenging living. They went from that sense of belonging and togetherness and unity to separation and not belonging. And you can take any of the positives, the affirmatives that we could experience in life, that they experienced in that Garden of Eden, and then think of the opposite negative, and that's what happened. They went from great affirmation, great sense of oneness, unity, and harmony, and fullness and plenty, and good and only good, to quite the opposite. And then they had to go work by the sweat of their brow, both of them, and then they felt the loss of their innocence as they realized they were guiltily naked. Now that's where I think, in the human psyche, the whole idea of separation and difference entered in. And since then, we've been endeavoring to get all that back again, that beautiful sense of wholeness of being. And as you see, we haven't yet succeeded. We've come from far, but we haven't yet succeeded, but we will. And why can I say we will? Because it's in our spiritual DNA to do so. Because it's right here at the center core of our being, all of the beauty and truth of life as it was is meant to be and will be again. It's all at the center core of our being. And we, the people, can indeed not only discover it within ourselves, but within the self of each and every one of us that comprises the one self, the one mind, the one heart, the one soul, the one beingness. I'm absolutely convinced of that, even though we may be making a mess of it here and there, now and again, continuously. One moment will come in time when that will be no more, and we will be one again, because that's the way it's meant to be. It's the divine design for all of us, and sooner or later it's going to happen. So I say to myself, let's not fight it. It's like, if a woman is giving birth to a baby, And it's the most wonderful thing, but it's a very challenging thing too. And it has its risks, and it can be very painful. But when she's giving birth to her baby, she doesn't start fighting it and stopping it and blocking it. She goes with the flow. And then eventually, there's this beautiful little being that has come into the world through the channeling of its parents from the one. So, in spite of all of the difficulties that seem to be in appearance, in spite of all of our challenges, I absolutely know, without the shadow of a doubt, that sooner or later we will belong to each other, and not just in words, but we will belong to each other in the way that we honor each other, respect each other, support each other, befriend each other, think kindly of each other, and do the best we can to assist where assistance is needed. I absolutely believe that, and anybody who's in a spiritual community is supposedly believing that too. Now, the thing is that as yet, we haven't got all of our ducks in a row. As yet, we have not been able to reach the 51% that is required for all of us to be raised up onto that affirmative side of life and keep moving in the direction of 100%. See, it's the quantum number we need to reach for this to happen. So don't be fooled by the appearances in the world, because that which is within us is greater than all of the appearances in the world. Let's not be fooled by our forgetfulness in ourselves and in each other. Let us see beyond the forgetfulness. Let us see into the true essence of being and understand the root connection that we all share, and how we all therefore are consequently interdependent on each other for a vibrant life. We need to keep all of the root system healthy and well, and tend to all those beautiful, blossoming, blooming soul trees, so that every generation will come in knowing much more about themselves than the previous one did, remembering more about themselves than the previous one did. It's a glorious thing. So again, I'm going to come back to reminding us what we're going through right now with all of its challenges has to do with the birth pangs and our transition into something greater and more awesome than we have ever known before. And so we are going forward now. We're not going back to how things were, no matter how good they were. They weren't all that good in some places. We're going forward into an expanded awareness of good in all of life, and how indeed we all do belong to each other, and we're blessed to know this, and we're blessed to support this. So yes, God bless America and all who dwell therein, and may we grow into that awareness of belonging not only to a land, but to each other, and not only to a world, but to wherever life exists, because that's how it's meant to be, and that's how it will be. Let's make it sooner than later. So enjoy your day. Celebrate democracy and the promise of democracy. And then see if we won't be absolutely stunningly surprised. So let us do indeed appreciate this day and want it for every person on this plane. Because we can. And because we can, why not? You're amazing. And always I remind us on this day that America is made great, is made awesome by its people. It is its people that decides whether or not we are a land of promise. We are a land of welcome. We are a land of opportunity for all. So enjoy this wonderful day, and God indeed is blessing America and all of life. And now Reverend Catherine's going to come forward and she's going to share something with us.
A very happy, wonderful 4th of July celebration for everyone today. This is the moment in our service where we honor our mission statement, which is to honor your presence, to nurture your spirit, and to enrich the life of all we serve. And we enjoy getting messages that help us know how we're doing with that. This is one. I am always grateful when I have a delightful prosperity surprise. I recently got a letter from someone I know who sent me a delightful card and check thanking me for a favor that I had done quite a while ago. The person who wrote told me she had spent time during the pandemic sending out notes of gratitude and sometimes money for good things that had been done for her in the past. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that nice?
Yes, indeed it is, good Reverend. And more of that may happen, I'm knowing, as we all in our own individual space do our own thing to support life and living wherever it is. You know, there are no borders in spirit, and spirit doesn't know any borders. And so there's always a welcome on the mat as far as spirit is concerned. And spirit, I'm sure, rejoices in our extending that welcome too. And you know, the good Ernest Holmes knew a thing or two. And he states, you know, that spirit has left a lasting impression upon us. And you and I today can honor that lasting impression of the divine that is imprinted on us. And know that it is our privilege to respond to that amazing state of being and light up the world wherever we are. Even if we never move out of our own home, we can light up the world through the way we're feeling and thinking and blessing. So blessed be each and every one of us. So today, as we pray, we're going to honor every single person who served to create democracies wherever democracies are. And we are going to pray for those especially who gave up their lives in support of that democracy and their families down through the ages, wherever they may be. And we're going to know peace in our day. Why not? Know it, know it, know it, think it, think it, think it, feel it, feel it, feel it, and it must be so. And so before we go into that prayer, we're going to be grateful. We're going to be grateful for all of our blessings, especially the blessings that are ours because we live in this great country, but for all of our daily blessings, big and small. And in gratitude, we're going to give back because we realize the blessing of what it is to give and the great grace that we receive as a result of it. So we take our gift between our blessing hands, and in gratitude we say, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love. And so it is, and so indeed it is. So now let us pray together as one mind, one heart, one life, with that power of spirit radiating through our words. This is what we're knowing. I know divine love enfolds me. Divine light leads me. Divine life lives in me. Divine wisdom inspires me. Divine compassion expresses through me. And divine power protects me. All that I am is Spirit's life and expression. It is good and very good, with deep joy and generosity filling me. I go forward now in sacred service, supporting a compassionate world that works for all. I move through my days with grace and ease, in peace and love, in health and wellness, in fullness and plenty, and in loving relationship with all. What I now know for myself, with blessing and in deep gratitude, I know for all of life. There is only God. There is only God. There's only God, and that God shows up by means of you and by means of me. That's how Spirit's essence is felt, when you and I channel it. And we're here to do just that, and only that. And then all life blossoms as a result. I want to thank all those who are serving now, this great country, in any capacity, but especially for those who are uniformed and in service to the principles of what we hold dear, upholding that liberty and that freedom and that sense of being able to have the means to live a fulfilling and safe life. Enjoy the rest of your day, however you choose to celebrate it, and just know how splendid your light is in it all, and that there wouldn't be that sense of the United States of America without each heart and each mind embracing that concept. So yes, God bless America and every American and the great good influence that we have within our own lives, within our own homes, within our own land, and within our own world, because it is one world, and we're blessing it all, every blessed thing. So enjoy your day, and know that we are so grateful to you, and we're so proud to be part of this community, and we thank you for all your good deeds, your good thoughts, all of your good feelings. They are making the difference in your own life and in all life. And before we go, just know that if it's going to be, it's up to you and it's up to me for life to expand and become better than ever. So I will leave you as the children always say farewell. And so it is. Have a wonderful Independence Day. We're thinking of you.